And I said, Gin? No,
Seems
throw
like-
it in the bin.
There seems to be trouble afoot at Bowser's Castle in this part. Welcome back to Paper Mario. I swear to God, it's still f***ing me up with the TV thing
The
here.
frame rate, yeah.
Yeah, the refresh rate. Just for context, folks, and not regards to the TV, because we already talked about that in the beginning of the playthrough. But it has been several weeks. It's been a month, actually, between this recording session and the last recording session for Paper Mario, because we took a break recording this to focus on SmackDown Sundays.
Yeah.
But now we're focusing back on Paper Mario, which is why SmackDown Sundays have been on the back burner for a bit, but we'll get back to those later.
And today, part 2 just went up.
Yes.
To give you context.
At the time of this recording.
When,
Yeah, the time of this recording, part 2 just went up. So literally June 1st, that's time I'm recording this. I know we said this in the Halo playthrough, but happy Pride Month. Although, no, because this is going to be, this part's going up in July.
Oh, yeah.
So, no more Pride.
Happy Wrath
okay.
Month.
Gay Wrath Month,
Yeah,
yes.
all the companies put their rainbow soda cans back on the shelf.
right.
Well, time for me to fade.
You scared my cat.
I do apologize if I make if I go through the text speed a little fast. This was partly me because I'm thinking like, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I know what I'm expecting, but it's also sort
But
of
also-
like, oops.
But also,
The other part is also
Yeah,
like,
we can't just sit here and read
well,
everything.
no, but also, you're here to provide the context.
Right.
This is your playthrough.
So basically, the long gist of it is that Bowser, doing the smart thing for a change, decides rather than sit around and go for the other 6 minions, I'm going to get the one that's actually invincible and go after Mario.
Yeah.
So now Peach and Twink here are going to go after, or at least try to find out behind Bowser and try to figure out what to do to actually figure out a weakness to the invincible Tub of Lava, which sort of defeats the purpose of the phrase invincible.
I love this, dude. Like
but
she just has secret compartments in this castle.
Yeah, because this is her castle, so
Yeah,
this stuff is all there.
This is all here.
Well, I kind of get it, though. This is like, if
Yeah,
you have
she's
to
still
escape bad
But she
guys
still
or
gets
something.
captured, though.
Yeah.
By the dumbest turtle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but
like,
the dumbest
hold on,
turtle.
wait a minute. Hold on, let's
Oh,
talk
Bowser's
about
an
that.
idiot, though.
Yeah, Bowser's not stupid.
Yeah.
You're right,
he's-
what am I saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you get caught inside the searchlights of the Koopa Patrol, you're thrown back in the castle.
Yeah.
It's a 5-second inconvenience.
No,
everyone.
the dumbest turtle is Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda. Because
Yeah.
this motherfucker out here getting chest pain once and is already dead.
Where does that equate to intelligence?
Well, that's
Chest
not
pain
dumb.
one and
He's
you
just
die.
weak.
That's Elliot. Chest pain once and then you die afterwards. It's heart attack.
Dies of a heart attack, dumb motherfucker. I was like, I don't get it.
Heart attack, loser.
Why can't he be normal and get shot?
It's not in the hood, Elliot.
You really got to get out of Detroit.
Now that's a Power Rush badge. I don't really make good use of the danger setup as well as I should, but the Power badge does help out in some examples.
So is that the one that increases your power when you're in danger?
Yeah, by 2 points.
About 2 points. Okay. Yeah.
Which is helpful in like a pinch. I try not to get myself in a pinch too much. I lie in the next part.
See, the problem is that I know that whenever I decide to replay this game, or at least pick it back up to actually finish it, I'm probably going to be doing Danger Mario strats, of
course.
which are, if you don't know, it's something that where you deliberately keep your HP low, but you have those badges equipped so that you're hitting mad fucking power.
Yeah.
But
So
the
you-
problem is you can't get hurt, because you're in danger. So,
So I'm just like loitering around the castle
Yeah.
for a
So
bit,
there's
for looking for treasure.
Mario must die mode.
yeah.
Yeah, there's like a low one, and then there's,
Mia!
I think there's a peril setup where
Yes.
you're like 1 HP.
Yeah. So you
Oh
know,
yeah, deep focus.
And also-
I do make a liberal use of my star powers though.
Also,
so
what do you mean you get yourself in a pinch? I'm in between you two. If anyone's in a pinch, it's me.
So thankfully the sofa is a little wider than the other one. So
Yeah.
no one's getting pinched. Thank fuck.
So this here is if you may remember, if I showed it off, down at Shooting Star Summit, this is a two-way chest. Shooting Star Summit has the other chest for that. So anything you find up here with Peach, you have to take it to there immediately to get it to Mario.
Okay.
If you end the part while Peach has something, I think it's gone for good.
Oh, damn.
And
Wow.
I think.
So whatever you put in that box ends up in the other box.
At Shooting Star Summit.
And she never gets the idea to put herself in the box.
No, she doesn't. I think it only transmits items, and people are.
It knows what humans are.
No, honestly, though, I think it's a good point in that there was probably a couple of tests and a few dead toadstools
Yeah.
after what happened when they tried it with people.
I'm not doing that.
Somebody stuck their dick in it, and then they lost it.
No, everything's fine. But the animal
is
is
actually-
the animal is inside out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why did he keep sending me toad
It
corpses?
turns inside out, and it exploded.
What if, like, they did that, actually? That would be, like, the world's best. It's like the new age popcorn thing where you stick your dick in the bottom of a bucket of popcorn, you stick it in the chest, it comes out the other end, like, hello.
Unless you're in Chicago, you put it in between the hot dog bun.
That's the real glizzy.
Yeah.
So here
that-
we're over here in the goons talking
wasn't that
about
the
where
Doom
the
bucket?
tub of blubber is.
Goon.
Yeah, the goons. They're both goons. The old school goon, Elliot. You
Yeah.
know, the old Before your generation
We got
went
a
and ruined
Hammer
a good
Brother,
word.
and we got whatever the guy on the
The
left
Elite
is.
Coup Patrol.
The Elite Coup Patrol. Yeah, thank you.
Wait, the Elite Coop Patrol?
So
Yeah,
Bowser,
K-O-O-P-A-T-R-O-L.
Bowser is looking to get Tubba Blubba to bar Mario's path, and Tubba
Or
Blubba,
Mario trying to kill him.
Well, it's trying. Well, the reason why Tubba Blubba specifically because Tubba Blubba is apparently invincible.
Right.
Like he is unstoppable.
There has to be another. So there's
But
got to be a
gotta
way
be a
around.
weak point, which is why Peach is eavesdropping, so that maybe she can learn something. Unfortunately, she gasps
learned
too
nothing.
loud.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but Twink's there.
yeah,
No, that was an audible queef.
and I think this is loud enough.
Now back here in reality, we get our second star spirit.
Now, what does she do?
She puts all enemies to sleep. Status magics are a blessing in this fucking game. And she is no different. If you use her correctly and you know what is vulnerable to sleep, you're going to keep Mario's health up easily. Of course, I almost get killed in the fucking forest, but
If a bunch of toads were in a single hot tub, is that called mushroom soup?
yeah.
No, because
They're steaming.
no, but
You also have to add the ingredients.
but they're not cooking. Remember,
Yeah, it's
just because
not
you
hot
put something
enough.
in hot water.
So
doesn't mean
what?
it's
So
cooking.
what if you have feet fungus and you put on sunblock?
What?
Where are you going with this?
Yeah, I don't. You know what?
I'm
I don't
gonna
want to
lie.
know.
Yeah.
Because then the soup's creamy.
Well, you're not making soup in the first place. You're just ignoring our talking points for the sake of continuing this joke.
Joke, you say?
I know some of those.
So basically, we get a Koopa. I chose to whip out Koopa here because it's his hero. Let's have some fun. So basically, you just gotta. I think like there was like a treasure back in that thing there, or am I thinking of somewhere else?
Why is he dressed like Flavor Flav?
Fantastic question. I can't tell you.
Because he got the giant watch.
the big clock on it.
That's all it takes, apparently. I mean, to be fair, yeah, that's all I think about.
Yeah, that's all you think
when
about.
someone wearing a giant
But when he
watch.
walked in with a big clock like that, you
Yeah.
would think Flavor Flav.
Koopa Troop.
Koopa Koop. But we're done with it. Well, we're basically done playing in the desert for now.
Yeah.
Thank fuck.
All right,
I also wanna get
Let's
some-
also go get another tumor to eat.
So
I wanna-
ride the Koopa.
Yeah.
That there is Whack. Now, just in case you forgot, it's been a while. That's Whacka. You give his good noggin a flogging, and you get a cancer of his. If you eat the tumor, it's 25 HP and 25 flower points.
Yeah, because for context, like, when you whack Whacka, you get what's called a Whacka
Whacka
bump.
bump.
Yeah.
And it comes from him.
It's his tumor.
It has to be a pus-filled tumor.
Yeah.
But you can eat it.
It's not a tumor. It's a
Yeah.
scar.
And here's my stupid ass realizing.
If you hit me and a scar fell out of me, what the fuck is that?
Tape.
It's delicious.
Yeah. No, so Whacka bumps are legit like one of the like primo healing items in the game.
Yep.
This comes at a cost though. Whackas they're finite. You can only whack him so many times.
Right.
Obviously,
And then he disappears forever.
you would think the first time would be like, oh, see
I
you.
was like, what the fuck?
I would guess the first time would normally be a thing of saying, well, I'm going to fuck this. I'm out of here. But I'm guessing Whacka really paid a high dollar on the travel budget.
Doesn't he? He turns on you at some point, right?
No.
Won't he like not
Uh,
give you any more bumps?
No.
No.
He
Actually becomes a super boss.
He becomes a super boss and they re-release 1,000 units.
Yeah, but I thought there was a point where if you hit him too many times, he either disappears or he just doesn't give you bumps.
He just
anymore.
disappears.
Yeah. So there is a limit technically to how many times.
Yeah,
you
that's
hit
what I
him.
was saying. That's why I say he's fine.
Yeah, but
But
it's
if you
so-
play your game good enough, as I will,
Yeah,
you won't need too many of them.
Yeah, you shouldn't really hit that
Need
point
one.
unless you're purposely trying
And
to do
hold
that.
your comments on the letters things. I promise you, they will be delivered.
And we do show that off. So
We
The only
see
thing
we
I-
see you commenting.
The only thing like I said, I don't show off is the super boss, which is the
the dojo guy.
the dojo master,
Yeah.
and that's only because I don't get anything out of it, so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna bother.
It's just bragging rights.
Wasn't
Right.
RPG the first one, the one with the Final Fantasy super boss?
Yeah, that was Keelix.
Kulix.
Yeah.
Well, our RPG was also just the first Mario RPG.
Yeah.
It was literally called Mario RPG.
Yeah, I know. But that's why I'm calling it like the first one.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
play the remake?
No.
On the Switch?
I think we had talked about it.
We talked
They-
about it briefly in the first session.
Yeah. Do you want me to say they
They gave him a new form.
Yes,
Yeah, they added
They gave him a
another-
3D form.
Yeah.
Because you have to understand, when a remake of a game that I've already played is out, the first thing I'm always looking up is the soundtrack.
what? Oh,
Right.
okay.
And that was one of the first things I looked up because I wanted to hear Kulex's theme remastered. And
Yeah.
they went so hard.
Yeah, it really did.
And it's fantastic.
What's that one on the
pissed off.
left?
Yeah, what is that on the left? It looks like a Morocco.
That's refund.
That's a refund?
That's a refund badge. Basically, I got to sleep.
So you
Oh,
buy
sorry,
it
that's
once,
Dodge Master.
now give it back.
I am wrong entirely. I am wrong
Yeah.
entirely. Dodge Master.
Give what back?
Basically, I think it like ups the
Oh.
success of your dodge, I believe. I don't remember what that one does exactly. We'll
I think-
find out right
yeah,
now,
I think
though.
you're about to look at it now.
Probably.
Just for the sake of showing it off. I hope he does anyway.
Quick,
I'm on the edge of my
quick, get ready to pause.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Where is it?
Just one more.
He went up.
You're so close.
Go back and pause it.
Sorry, past Matt recorded all of this game quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And we're just getting to the talking about it now, so it's like, I'm like,
Who was Mario again?
Yeah, this was recorded a
I'm
while
starting
back.
to deliver the letters now.
Like, this was recorded, what, early 2025?
Last year.
Yeah,
This is
hey,
recorded last
and so after this, he's gonna stand still for a minute. This is because this is when COVID happened.
Yeah.
He forgot
It
to.
says 4 years.
You forgot
of
to
just
unpause
Mario-
it.
Yeah, he never stopped recording.
I mean, to be
And
fair,
his hard drive miraculously never overfilled.
4 years, and he still finished this before Saints Row 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was
right.
saying, to be fair, I still have the original files for Saints Row 2.
I'm going to start.
Like, all. So,
I think
like,
what you should do at this point, we get the
Wait, the compilation.
You get the 360 version you play on Series X.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll run
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, now you got- yeah.
Because we have a Series X now. That's how we're playing Halo.
All
At
right.
the time of this recording.
But I'll have to go through everything
wait,
because
wait. What do you mean at the time of this recording? That's how we're playing Halo. That's how we've been playing Halo.
Well, no.
We're gonna get rid
I'm
of it when
saying
we're
at
done.
the time of this recording, we're still recording Halo. Fucking idiot.
Like, we're gonna get rid of it when we're done Halo.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, give me my money back.
It goes back to the Disney Vault after it's finished.
Now, I abused the fuck out of my focus badges because I,
As you
again,
should.
abused the fuck out of my, I abused the fuck again out of the,
Now, focus badges
These
are...
should always be abused.
basically, they up how much star power you get when you charge up.
Star Power. We're playing Guitar Hero.
experience points.
No. Star power.
Star
is your
power.
own
Star-
magic
When
one.
you
Sorry,
do the thing,
When you use
yeah.
star powers, you charge more power
Yeah,
up when
yeah,
you use
yeah.
the focus command. And now you can swap some badges with this kid. He's got some pretty solid ones. The only one I really would recommend you go out of your way for is Zap Tap. Zap Tap is basically, so long as the enemy makes contact with you, they're getting hurt, you're getting safe.
See, I thought what it was is just Mario dragging his feet on carpet.
Pretty Lucky's
And
pretty
then-
good too.
Oh,
That was funny song.
you gotta buy the attack effects.
The attack effects badges are cosmetic from what I've recalled.
Yeah, they're
correctly.
just cosmetic.
Yeah, so
I
if you-
think in this game does it use badge points?
Yes.
No,
no,
right? Yeah.
It costs 1.
They're zero.
It costs they cost zero.
In this game,
to
there's
win.
zero.
Oh, 0.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
That's what I was trying to remember if it was
This
the
is
same
how
for
you
both
know.
of them.
This is how you know. I have never really played this game because like I'm blanking on like the real simple shit. So you get those badges from I guess from the star pieces that you've been collecting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, they're
that's
all
the-
over.
they're all-
There's
yeah.
yeah.
No. But I mean like you need star pieces or as currency to buy badges.
To buy those
To
badges.
buy those
yeah.
badges. Yes.
Also,
I'm having a
why-
bit of a moment here trying to figure out how I want to go about what badges I want to equip at the moment.
Also, why'd you buy an
Spice
emoji?
Shield I don't need at
Why-
the moment, so I go for Zap Tap.
Why'd you buy an emoji?
Oh, the emoji was the Feeling
Yeah.
Fine badge. It protects Mario from poison and dizziness. It's a fantastic badge for the defensive purposes. Guess what I keep forgetting to equip when I need it the most?
Well,
I hate that about myself at RPGs. I will plan ahead. I will
Well-
get the resistant armor for this. Forget to equip it in the fucking dungeon I need it for.
I mean, listen. I'm not gonna look.
I am notorious for that.
I get it because it's like when there's a difference between, and you can see it for yourselves with the Final Fantasy VII Let's Play because the first half of that game, well, at least the first third of that game, was in post commentaries. It was before the pandemic and that sort of shit. But then after we brought the channel back, we started making it live.
Yes.
And the difference in my playing ability live compared to post commentary when there's no one looking at me,
Yeah.
and I can throw all my concentration on the game itself is night and fucking day.
Yeah.
You know, because on a live stream,
one
I'm
right
prone to
there-
forgetting a lot of shit.
That fellow under the bridge tree there is, I forget his name, but what he basically does is he's the reason you can alter one of your points onto like your other points. Like if you pay him a certain amount of coins, he'll give you more badge points at the cost of your HP or flower
Yeah,
points.
he's a stat swapper.
Was he supposed
I don't really use
who's
him,
he
though.
supposed to be? Is he a bird? A penguin?
He's a penguin.
It's a Chozo.
Is he like a penguin? No. Like his bill's so long. Though.
He's a platypus.
Oh, if he's a platypus, that makes sense.
Perry.
A platypus?
A plumber?
Barry the platypus!
A plumber? A platypus plumber? Barry the platypus plumber!
These ghosts are just being assholes in this game, and I love them for it.
That's just me when I'm dead.
That's the bootler.
Just gonna haunt. Just gonna haunt. But I'm gonna look old as shit.
What was his name again?
Old.
Fierce T.
The butler?
Yeah.
Oh, Bootler.
I always call it was Bootler, right?
Bootler?
Is it
Was it
actually
Bootler?
called Bootler?
Yep, it's Bootler.
I
Wait, is it
mean,
from
listen,
Canada?
like, I mean, and this was years
No,
ago.
not a Bootler.
This was years ago. But you remember Luigi's Mansion was full of those kind of puns.
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I made obituaries for every one of them.
Yeah.
And
Or
the whole, I
Booturaries,
mean,
should
the
say.
entire,
Yes, 'cause they have butcheries.
the entire Mario RPG series eventually became Mario and Luigi, which is not eventually, I guess, the same thing, but
Yeah.
they all sort of did the same thing, where they went into this sort of goofy comedy kind of version of itself.
Oh, Mario's always
Warning,
been-
they will never come after me. I realize there's still like a few other things I'm like not doing at the moment, but I figured, what the
the
hell?
invincible Tubba Blubba.
He's not invincible. I can see him right there.
A Tubba Blubba.
Now, this here's-
that's my favorite kind of gum.
Oh, it feels choose Bubba Blubba.
That's Bubba tape.
No, that's
Now,
Hubba
basically,
Bubba.
Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba release bubble tape.
I'm getting my wires crossed here, at least at the first part. Basically, what you're looking for is you basically want to find where it's different from the others.
Yeah.
Now, this enemy here is the first asshole you can run into. This is the piranha plant. And here's me not using my tactics correctly. First, I'm going to tattle on him. Basically, the piranha plant is going to be one of those kinds where you have to pay attention to the formation. Upright, they'll bite. If you can't jump on them while they're upright without the spike shield, you can't hit it, and it's not really the wisest thing to do when you when they're facing you and you use the you can use the hammer. Actually, I'm thinking of
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use the hammer.
And that's
Yeah,
Zap Tap
if-
in action. That's
Yep.
what you just saw there.
Would you say nut tapping
No,
action?
that's
Zap Tap.
that's Zap Tap.
Okay, Zap Tap is basically permanent bolt mushrooms.
I got a new Mario with the new nut tapping.
This is nut tapping
feature.
action.
It's like,
No, that's great marketing for Paper Mario. Man, fuck the demo they put in the Nintendo Power magazine. We get nut tapping action.
I don't
The
want
first one is them laughing.
the flowers and the bushes. Which is
Yeah.
funny, like I know like it's a stock sound effect, but you hear like the wolves in the background.
Yeah.
It's ripped
Yeah.
right out of Ocarina of Time.
Absolutely. But hey, it's something to be said about using your tools correctly.
I also want to clarify something I meant to say a little earlier in the part in regards to the backtracking, because if eagle-eyed Paper Mario players will realize that when we're screen transitioning, we're jumping screens ahead to different places when Matt is revisiting areas for the sake of cleanup and that sort of thing. That is deliberate. I am doing that on purpose because it saves. There are times where Matt will run into encounters that we've already fought.
Right.
And it's just easier for me to just cut past the shit that we've already been through physically.
Just fuzzies.
Yeah.
These things cannot touch you while you have Zap Tap. Enjoy.
Those are ganepas.
Ganepa.
Ganepa.
Senado. I forgot to tattle
That's
on him.
racist.
That is?
No, it's not.
Zap.
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
He can't touch me. I just realized I didn't tattle on him, so I'm going to tattle on him right now.
Yeah,
But
before he
without Zap
dies.
Tap, these things are a pain in the ass. Basically,
Yeah,
they
it's
like
such
to
a-
leech on you.
And it's such a weird reaction moment because you have to they do this sort of sucking kind of thing,
Yeah.
and then they stretch a little bit, and then that's where the hit is.
Oh, okay. So they cling on to you,
They
but that
cling
itself
on.
is not the attack.
Yeah, it's like, and then when they pop up,
Yeah.
that's when you hit
Yeah,
the button.
guard. Wow. So danger strats probably sound like a pain in the ass. to these guys.
For some enemies it can
Yeah.
be.
But can you just jump on these guys? normally?
You can.
Yeah.
And here's where I start showing off a bit more tactic. I just put him to sleep.
Yeah.
This way, this gets him out of my way, so I can
Did
kill
you
him.
ever get kicked so hard in the face that you just fell asleep?
Yes.
Now, I'm not talking about being knocked unconscious. I mean, just honk shoe.
Pucker up.
Like
The sleep status is very helpful in this force, particularly against the piranha plants. In fact, if you put a piranha plant to sleep with the help of Mistart, they're out for at least 3 to 4 rounds.
Holy shit.
So you got more than enough time to plan ahead, recuperate, and everything. As for
Zap Tap.
The ultimate Zap Tap.
this is me going
They
in a
call that
circle.
one the electric chair.
This is me going in a circle because my dumbass didn't pay attention to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look inside the
'cause
tree
it's
stumps
right
up there.
Yeah.
So you see the red eyes? There you go.
Bro, you and Red Eyes, man.
you just can't escape it, can't you?
I'll never make it work, but hey,
You'll make it work one day.
they're all chuckling here, but there's one in particular that you're going to want. I think it's the ones that either going to go away or they're different color.
The wax lips.
The wax, yeah.
But make a pit stop here, and we're going to talk to this guy.
No, we're
No, we're
not.
not.
Wait, no, we're not.
Actually, he's not.
Because there's actually something else I'm looking for, too. The world entrance to the 6th level requires 4 seats from the bulbs. I meant to say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know there's one in the forest here. I just don't remember where exactly.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
run into
going
you do run
laps.
into him eventually. So that's the guy with
This
like,
one
the
here,
thick
you're
nose,
looking
right?
at the tree again.
Oh,
Assassination. Oh, okay.
God,
Yeah, that curse plays off dividends.
That seemed like it was happening before the fight.
Yeah, so,
Good at it,
no,
good
you're right.
at it
That's-
right
no,
there.
so that happens after the fight.
Yeah,
so
that
what happened there is
happens
I
after.
edited past the fight, but then Matt got the curse luck from that one. There's actually, I think it's in this part specifically, where Matt gets that motherfucker 3 times in a row, like in quick succession. There's the curse where you get more star points at the end of the battle. Then he gets the curse where he gets more coins, and then he gets the coin one again.
Yep.
Like not too like far after.
Then it should be the coin one because that was the second one, right?
Yeah, because I think the one before that was the one that we edited past it, but
Yeah.
he got the bonus star point one.
And look
Yeah,
for the
that
red
sort of
tree on
shit.
that one. If it
Yeah.
cackles,
So
there's
it's
your
like-
way.
It's not really a curse of it, just like keeps benefiting Matt, you know.
Yeah, I know,
Well,
right?
it's like the curse in
In a thousand year door, right?
Yeah,
I
I'm
curse
gonna
you. It's like,
curse
oh no,
you.
I can fly.
Actually, there's an earlier example of that.
What?
Can you an example where a monster curses you to your benefit?
Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Link to the
Yeah, that's right,
past.
the half
That's
magic.
right.
Half
Look for the
magic.
ones with
He
multiple
curses you to
shrooms.
cut your magic in half.
Oh, the horror.
See, when I was a kid, though, and the bad translation made it sound like, oh no, it looks like your magic power is going to be halved. Turns out, it sounds like you're going to get weaker magic.
See, I never took that as a bad translation. I thought that was the joke.
Yeah.
Was that he thought he was doing something bad to you?
No.
But then in reality,
he's talking about how the
script.
actual power up is described. Where same way for me, because when I first got it as a kid, I used to thought, oh no, I only now have half of a magic meter, so now it's going to cost more to do the basic shit.
Yeah.
When in reality, it means no, you got double magic power, basically.
yeah, but that's what I mean. Like I always took it as he's saying, "Oh, I'm going to cut your magic in half." And then when you see it in action, you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, wait, that's a good thing."
Yeah.
Like again, like the thousand
Or
year door
he
thing.
just fucked up.
Yeah, where it's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna curse you." Now you fold, and just like, "Oh, thanks."
yeah,
I can't play poker ever again because I always fold. What were we saying about?
in this circle in particular, all you're doing is you're looking for the flowers that actually stay around.
Stay around as in
The other ones
the other
fall
ones
off.
vanish.
When
Yeah.
you
okay.
interact with them, they fall away.
okay.
Now this one's a bit of a tricky one, but
That tree has a
fortunately
penis.
they make it easier for us.
that tree has a dick.
Yes.
What is Mario doing?
I think she's giving me the behind the tree stuff.
And there's
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Wow.
Thank you, Curse.
Fucking, she pays good for the suck, dude. Like,
If you have booze, this is a booze mansion. Yeah, that's basically the end of the level area there. If you take any of the other pathways you're not supposed to, you're back at the first one.
ugh, Lost Woods shit.
Yeah.
Hey Mario, how's Peach? Oh, she's doing great. She's like my favorite pasta sauce. Prego.
I thought it was out there.
No, that's the pasta itself that's al dente. Is this the
A
mansion
wonderful
from
intro.
Luigi's Mansion?
No.
Sees a house. Is this Luigi's mansion?
Was that the bite of 87?
That's a tool shed.
No, it's the outhouse.
It's a large fucking outhouse. It's got chocolate bars for doors.
Yeah, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
That made me hungry.
Those are what do you call them? Pocky.
No,
Wait,
no,
as
the-
in like the breadsticks?
The little sticks with the chocolate on them.
yeah.
That's they look like Pocky to me.
The door?
the doors?
No, not the doors. I'm
looking
talking
at-
about the gate.
No. I was
The
looking-
gate.
I was
Yeah,
talking
when
about
you
the
said door, the first thing I looked at was the gate because he was at the gate.
No. Yeah, I was talking about the door.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the doors are chocolate bars.
like, what kind of-
100%.
Does he know about the DORE?
What? That's not how you spell door.
So basically, we got a new little riddle here to solve. Ultimately, what has to happen here is that we got to find our way up to the 3rd floor so that we could talk to the owner of the mansion in question.
Yeah.
And proceed on with the plot.
But that is next part. So we'll catch you guys next time. with more
However,
Paper Mario.
I do believe, do we have to read our Patreon shoutouts?
I take care of the Patreon shots at the end of the playthrough. At the end of every part.
Yeah.
I handle those
At
exclusively.
the end of every pert.
Yeah, at the end of every episode, he takes care of the Patreon shout out, so there's less of them overall.
Yeah. Time to collect.
All right, well, you heard the man. It's time to collect more patron shoutouts. So special thanks to Shotaro Joestar, Gio Dio, Lunar Paladin, Blake Jekyll, Phil Jimenez, or is it Jimenez, or maybe it's Jimenez, Garrett Ray, Sunderstorm, Skulla Designs, Kate the Cat, Cartnock, SSY Baby SS, sure, or maybe it's Psy Baby. And finally for today, Pride 64. Hell yeah, happy Pride Month 64 to you all as well. We'll see you guys tomorrow with more Paper Mario. Have a good day, everybody.